Welcome to Dodgers Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad you decided to tune in. Fans, today we have one of my favorite players in the organization. Won a Gold Glove a couple years ago in the minor leagues there at shortstop. And by the way, he grew up liking Gavin Lux in Wisconsin. So you're going to be one of my favorites right off the bat, because Gavin Lux is my favorite Dodger. I got to see him in 2019. First of all, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
You can tell I got excited. We're talking about Gavin Lux. I forgot to thank you to begin with. So your brother actually played with Gavin Lux, moving up in Wisconsin.
Yep, in travel ball. He was a year older than Gavin, so they would play a little bit together for the same organization. But yeah, so I mean, in the offseason, I would, meet Gavin, hang out with him a little bit because he was close to my brother. So it's always nice to see his process. And then when I came over here, it was obviously nice talking to him, getting to know the org. So yeah.
Ever gone to hitting instructions with an uncle?
No, I've never hit with Augie.
Fantastic. Okay, so you grew up in Fredonia, which is just about halfway between Milwaukee and Green Bay.
Yep.
So I'm guessing you're a Bucks fan and a Packers fan, correct?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
So I got to ask you, and we have not rehearsed this, is it Brett Favre or is it Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, a lot of people would say Brett Favre, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers was my quarterback for 17 years, so I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers. He's my GOAT, so.
Okay, your older brother Owen in the major leagues now.
He's in AAA right now.
AAA now, yeah.
Yep.
So talk about the impact he had on you.
I mean, talk about a guy who taught me almost everything I know. Him and my dad. I mean, just growing up, he's 6 years older than me.
Yes.
Growing up, just getting beat up by him, getting everything. I was 12 years old when he was going to college, so everything he was learning in college, he was teaching me.
Yeah.
And he was 21, I was 15, going into pro ball, so that was kind of, me looking at colleges, me looking to, get drafted. It was a big help for him to, everything that he learned, he was teaching me 6 years earlier.
Yeah.
So just kind of helped my process for sure.
So did you ever hit a tank off of him in wiffle ball?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever strike him out?
Oh, yeah.
Talk smack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There was a lot of fights in wiffle ball. Backyard wiffle balls, duct tape wiffle balls, they hurt when you get hit.
Oh,
so
100%.
Charge them out a little bit.
100%. Okay, so competitive balance round A, part of the 2021 draft. Take us through draft day. Of course, you had scouts looking at you for a long time. But
yeah, I mean, I was committed when I was a sophomore, so I always knew, with my brother being in professional baseball, that I had the opportunity to get drafted. I didn't know anything going into draft day. I kind of was just had a couple good workouts, and I knew I had a chance like late the first round, and that was kind of my, that was where my options were, and just kept going around, pick after pick, nothing, and then finally like pick 30, pick 32, like get a call like, hey, the Twins are interested. We'll call you back if we hear anything else. And then like my agents called me at like pick 35, and they're like, hey, like we got to deal with the Twins, and picked. I didn't believe it until it came up on the screen, and then I was with just my parents and my sister, and it was a special moment. So
you got introduced to the business side of baseball before last year.
Yep.
What's it like getting traded for a guy like Manny Margot? It's like, man, I just got traded for Manny freaking Margot, right? Rained on cones. That'd be cool, all right?
Very, very interesting. I mean, obviously, getting traded. My brother had gotten traded, so I'd kind of been a part. It had been in my family. So during COVID, he got traded from the Padres to the Guardians. So it was, it was my own take on it. Obviously, it was emotional, saying goodbye to all my buddies from the Twins, but. We had also just beaten the Dodgers in the championship series that year before. So obviously, those were the only guys I really knew, and obviously Gavin Lux. So coming over here, just meeting all the new guys. It was obviously, I obviously know the Dodgers are the best, and I was very excited when I got the opportunity. But it was also very emotional, leaving all my buddies from the Twins. So
Milwaukee would have been the dream come true, but Minnesota was probably a pretty close second place, being pretty close,
much. Yeah. I mean, that was the next closest for my parents, probably, other than Chicago. But I mean, I can't be a Chicago fan, being a Brewers fan. Yeah. So probably you're right with the Twins.
So talk about the 2023 minor league Gold Glove and the pride you take in your defense.
I mean, it's just something I've done my whole life. I've just always loved taking the racquetball against the wall and just playing catch with myself. And then obviously when I started travel ball, just the constant reps of the indoor facility in Wisconsin. Obviously in the winter it's tough, but just constantly getting ground balls, and you just keep getting better and better, and the instinct starts to come. And I mean, I just went out there and played the game how I play the game, and it happened to happen. So
the defense is elite. Switch hitter on the offensive side, you're having a great year. So talk about the offensive side and where you're at with that.
You know, just trying to keep improving, trying to get stronger, faster, just make good decisions, stick to the approach. I'd say that's like the big thing is, you know, talking with our hitting coaches. Obviously, the Dodgers have some of the best, and just sticking to, you know, what we talk about, and, you know, the plan that we set, and just keep that going and stick to it, and that helps for sure. So.
Called up tomorrow. What things do you think you're doing the bat well enough to be a consistent major leaguer? Which things do you need to work on the most?
Obviously, my defense. I mean, I think I'm probably one of the better defenders, and I mean, just my bat to ball is pretty good. Just got to add more power, keep getting stronger. Obviously, I had the injury with my knee. Just keep getting that better and keep getting back to 100%. So.